Hello friends, good afternoon all of you, and let's begin for today's class. Okay. So if you remember in previous session, we people have started with tenses. So let's try to continue those tenses, remaining part in today's session. Okay. So let's begin. I will share the screen. All you people just ensure that my voice is clear to all of you, as well as you're able to see the screen also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just give me a few seconds to set the screen properly, and then we will just continue. All right, so in previous session, we people have done with present tense. We started with tenses. What is the meaning of tenses? How we people use them? And in present, again, we people started with simple present tense. We people have seen not only structures help us, but apart from structures, we people need to go for their uses also. And so accordingly, we people have just listed 4-5 uses of simple present tense to talk about, let's say, daily routines, day-to-day activities, habitual actions, repeated actions, universal truths, good thoughts, proverbs, scientific rules. These were some of the examples that we people have discussed with them in previous session. Also, we people have talked about not only the structure of ESV1 and object is going to help you, but apart from that, you people have to think of the different kinds of helping verbs also can be used in simple present tense. And so we people have discussed some examples. Also, we people have talked to some of the examples which were in the passive voice, but even then also those can be into simple present tense. That also we people have discussed. Okay, so I hope that it is clear to all of you. If there is any question about simple present tense, you can ask me. We will discuss them here also. And that next part of that in today's session we go with present continuous and other tenses. Quickly just have the unit test questions or format of question paper. Okay, so for unit test 1, you're going to have 20 marks. Okay, sort of that question 1 that will be based on articles, and for that you are going to have 10 marks. Okay, then question 2 is going to be based on noun, that is going to be for 5 marks, and then question 3 is there, that is going to be on pronoun, and it is going to be for 5 marks. So this way you people are going to just complete the unit test, which will be tomorrow. Is it clear about UT? Any questions? Any questions about unit test?
No, sir.
All right. If you remember earlier, I told you about preposition conjunctions, because we could not complete prepositions and conjunctions. So whatever we completed, articles, noun, pronoun, simple questions will be there. If you have studied notes, that is fine. And if you have just understood whatever taught to you in the class, I'm sure that you will be able to answer. And here, everyone will be able to get 20 marks. That means out of marks. So all you people just try to get it out of marks here. Okay, fine. So let's talk about simple present tense. So can anybody tell me one example in simple present tense? Tell me one example, one sentence in simple present tense.
I go to school.
It will take as a simple I go to school. Okay, so if this is sentence which is in simple present tense, how we people decided this is in simple present tense? Because we saw the verb form, which is verb here, go is verb here, and so this is into simple present tense. So here you people need to make different kinds of sentences from this. For example, I go to school. What will be the negative sentence of this if you want to add not in this?
I don't go to school.
Yes, I don't or I do not go to school. Okay, this is here. Then you can also make it a question, verbal question. If you want to make it verbal question, how can I ask a question?
Do you go to school?
Do I, here do I go to school? Okay, and that becomes a question. Question can be negative also, so here you can add not to this question. How it will be?
Don't I go to school?
Yes, don't I go to school? Okay, and if you want to get the question tag, can you tell me I go to school? This is one sentence, so what will be the question tag of this sentence?
Do I?
Yes, if the sentence is I go to school, question tag will be do I or don't I?
Don't I?
Here if the sentence is positive, you have to make it negative, and if sentence is negative, it will be positive, something like that. Okay, so this way you just go for variety of sentences. Here we people just talked positive, that is affirmative, negative, verbal question, verbal negative question, question tag. And here additionally I want to give one more example. Tell me which can be converted into passive voice. We'll just take another example. Tell me one example which can be converted into passive, which can have object. That we'll discuss. One more example into simple present tense.
He make tea.
He plays basketball.
Okay, I could not get he make tea, something I listen, and he plays basketball, something like this. Okay, together we'll take it. Something like this, short example we will take. So here just wait. Okay, so this is one sentence. So for this we will get different sentences also, as we people have discussed. We want to make it negative, so we wanted to add not here. So how it will be with not?
She doesn't play football.
So she doesn't or does not. You can use contraction from also. Then we will go with its verbal question. Verbal question with does she play football? If it is negative, in that case it will be doesn't she play football? That becomes the four sentences, different four sentences. Which four sentences? First one is affirmative, second one is negative, third one is interrogative, fourth one is negative interrogative. And here you can just talk about a question tag like this: she plays football, and it becomes doesn't she. Then if the sentence is negative, then in that case, the example is going to be like she plays or she doesn't play football. In that case, question tag is going to be
Does she?
does she, like this. So why we are trying this? Because you should know how many ways we people can use verb, many ways we can use sentences. Okay, so these 6 sentences. Now we'll talk about passive voice of this sentence. She plays football. If you want to change the voice, how we can change it?
The football.
First
Football is
is
played by her. So this is sentence. This sentence is also in simple present tense that you people need to understand here. Again, this sentence can be negative also. How? You can make add not here. Football is not played by her. So this is also in simple present tense. Now we can make it interrogative. Football is played by her. How we can make it a question, verbal question? Football is played by her. We want to make it question, verbal question. It will begin with is. Okay.
is
Yes, is football, then main verb, played by her. So this is also in which one? Which tense? Simple present tense. Again, this question can be negative, like isn't. It will become now isn't football played by her. So this is also possible. So you people try these kind of sentences. Okay, you just need to take one example and you just try to make it these at least 8 types. Which 8 types? Here you people can just think. So it says she plays football. This becomes affirmative and its passive voice is football is played by her. She doesn't play football. This is a negative sentence and its passive voice is like this. Okay. Does she play football? This is interrogative and its passive is like this. And you'll come to know, doesn't she play football? This is passive voice is this. So this way you people got different kinds of examples here and you people practice them, because now we done with one sentence. You choose another sentence here. You can take one more sentence here and try to just mention so many things like this. You can say I write a letter or he writes a letter. You can take another example like this. He writes a letter, and you play with these kinds of sentences. Apart from these, you'll not find there is any other use of tense. Is it clear? Any questions about simple present tense now? If there is any, you can ask me. कळत नाही असं आहे का कोण? Is there anyone who does not understand anything? So at least reply here with yes or no.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So with this, we will go to the next tense. Okay. So I will clear this. And next tense is after simple present. Here we will talk about present continuous. Present continuous tense. So here you people just try to understand. First of all, we'll talk here also use. We'll not go directly for structure, but first of all use. So when you wanted to talk about something which is in progress, something which is going on, something which is continuous. Its name suggests that is continuous, that talks about the actions which are going on at this moment. Right now it is going on. So you people just observe around you what is going on, what is happening. Everything you can discuss, everything that you can describe in present continuous, which is going on. For example, birds are flying, I'm learning, okay, she is driving. So you just try to observe the activities which are around you, which are continuous, which are going on, which are in progress, and you try to describe them in present continuous. So you can see, you learn the use present continuous tense. Okay, so this is one use to talk about the actions which are in progress, actions which are going on. And another use is of present continuous is to describe actions in future tense also. Talk about planned actions in the future. So how do you talk about the planned actions in the future with the help of present continuous? We'll get examples. Okay. We'll see examples so that you can understand. So here, now you people just tell me what kind of structure that we are able to see here. The structure of present continuous. How it will come?
Subject.
Yes, initially there is subject, then
M is R.
yes, that is important. M is R. Then
V1 form.
VING.
V1 with ing. We'll got VING. Then
Object.
okay, then the remaining part, we'll call it remaining part of the sentence. It can be object or cannot be. So many students, they only remember M is R. So it is not required to remember only M is R. Here you people have to think about what comes after M is R. After M is R, there is VING. Okay, so that you should not forget. If you forget there is VING, you may get confused with the examples. For example, if I give you here, is a teacher. So what is tense of this sentence?
Simple present tense.
Present.
Yes, here it is simple present tense. Here it is not present continuous. Why? Because here is there, but after M is R, if there is VING, then only it is present continuous. If it is M is R, but there is no any main verb, in that case it can't be present continuous. So you should not confuse like this. It can be I am a doctor, I am an engineer, she is a teacher, she is a dancer, or they are friends. There are a number of sentences that you can use with M is R as main verb, and they're in simple present tense. They are not in present continuous. Okay, so now we will get one example which is in present continuous. So you tell me one example. You people, other people, everybody try to tell me examples for present continuous.
I am writing a letter.
I am writing a letter. Yes, others.
I am doing work.
I'm doing work.
I'm learning English.
I'm learning English. Suraj once again.
Virat is playing a cricket.
Virat is playing cricket.
I'm studying hard.
I'm studying hard.
I am singing a song.
I am singing
The
a
sun
song.
is shining.
The sun is shining, yes.
They are watching a movie.
They are watching a movie.
Bird flying.
Mr. Khanna is reading a novel.
Mr. Khanna is reading a novel. Birds are flying.
We are going to picnic.
We are going to picnic. Yes, this is also.
We are celebrating the birthday in a
We are celebrating the birthday. All right. So now you people are getting me only in this kind of examples. You can just go for now with sentences with negation, sentences with question, sentences with maybe question tag, sentences with passive, sentences with what I just explained in last time. I just give you example of 8 types of sentences. You just try to tell me examples. For example, we'll take he is watching a movie. Okay. So this is in present continuous. So you just try to make it negative. You try to add not to this sentence. How it will be?
He is not
He
watching
isn't
a movie.
watching movie.
He is not watching. If you want to make it a question, make it question, verbal question. How?
Is he watching a movie?
Is he watching a movie? Question, negative question.
Isn't he watching a movie?
Isn't he watching a movie? Okay. So now let's go for passive. Can we make it passive? How to change this? He's watching a movie. Passive. First of all, object. What is object?
A movie.
A movie.
A movie. Tell me, is this singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular.
So what you will use Emmys are out of?
Is.
Is. Then next main verb is having what?
Watched.
Main verb is having ing form. So therefore we people need to use
Being.
Being watched.
Yes. Then main verb is watch. What is past participle of watch?
Watch.
Watched.
Watched. Then preposition by and him. Okay, so you can make like this. Again, the negative, it can be a movie is not being watched by him, like this. You can make here question also like this. Is a movie being watched by him? So this becomes question. You can make question negative also, like isn't a movie being watched by him. So you can try like this also. So here you'll come to know, you should not remember only one structure, that is amizar and ving, but with this you will come to know that the sentences which are here with the structure like am, is, are, and after amizar what comes in passive voice here? That is
Being.
yes. After being, then you people are using what? Main verb. Main
Past
verb is,
participle.
yes, past participle, but here we will take as
V3.
V3 will try to use. So this also you should try to understand, though you are getting sentences like this amizar, being and V3, you should not get confused which tense is this, but rather than you have to be very clear, immediately it should click you that it is again present continuous. Why it is present continuous? Because amizar and being and V3, it means that is present continuous, but it is in passive voice. That you people try to understand. Okay. Already I have given you one example like this. Let's say I am a teacher. So here also you should not get confused with am, okay? Because amizar is used here also. Amizar is used here also. And I have given I am a teacher, he is a doctor, they are friends. Here also amizar possible. And we people have discussed in simple present tense. If you remember few minutes before, I have given you structure. If it is am, if it is, if it is are, and then after amizar, if there is main verb, and that is into past participle, that is V3, then you people tell me which tense we people have discussed. For it, I will give one example also here. A story is written. A story is written.
Present continuous.
Present continuous. If it is present continuous, we have given present continuous. It can be either like this, am is are VING, or it can be am is are being V3. Is it here am is are being V3?
No, sir.
So what is it? Am is are V3? We have just discussed. Don't forget to quickly. Where comes V1? First form of base form of verb. In which tense it comes?
Simple present tense.
Simple present tense. That is in active voice. If it is passive, it is like this. Where you will find this kind of structure? If it is simple present tense and if it is passive voice like this, a story is written. Now, why am I giving here also? Because you should not confuse. You should not confuse with am is are only. So therefore, I'm giving examples once again here also. Like I am a teacher. He is a doctor. They are friends. You will find am is are is used here also. Am is are. But here, all these three sentences are in which tense? Simple present tense. Okay. Here is also used V1, that is simple present tense. But this time you remember that is in which voice? That is in active voice. We'll do voice separately. We'll learn voice separately. If you are having confusion about voice, we will learn it separately. Okay. That is am is are and V3. Here is also you people are having simple present tense, but this time here it is which voice? Which
Passive
voice? Yes. This time here it is passive voice. So here also am is are. Try to understand about am is are. What is am is are? Am is are can be used in simple present as main verb. I am a teacher. He is doctor. They are friends. This way also we people can use am is are. Okay. Then am is are also used in present continuous. That is an active voice. Here you'll just get it. So the structure can be like this. Okay. Am is are here is also, but here this time it is passive. Okay. You'll come to know am is are and V3 also used, but that is into passive voice, and here it is simple present tense. So I hope that you are not confused at all. If you anybody is confused, कोणाला कळत नसेल आणि confusion होत असेल तर you just raise your hand, ask me question, or you just try to be again note down it or take screenshot and you have to note it down later on in your notebook so that you're not having any confusion. कोणाला confusion आहे का? Because while reading now, you should not have any confusion which tense I'm reading. Any sentence which comes like this, am is are VING, it is present continuous. You should be very clear about this. Am is are VING, present continuous. If it is am is are being V3, it is also present continuous, but it is passive voice. If it is main verb, first form of verb, that is simple present tense. Okay. If it is am is are V3, you should not get confused here, because am is are VING is also here, am is are being V3 is also here, and am is are V3 is also here. So you just get it clear. If it is am is are and then V3, it means simple present tense, but that is in passive voice. कोणाला कळत नाही असं? You just raise me. Raise your hand, ask me questions. And if it is clear, I can ask anybody any questions, any examples out of this. You can use Marathi for asking questions. If you are not understanding, you can ask me questions in Marathi. It is not like that. You have to use English. If you are not comfortable with English, it's okay. You can use mother tongue.
No,
So
sir, I am comfortable.
Okay. Other people, just reply me with yes or no. Any questions?
No, sir.
Srinivas Patil, any questions? Roll number 40, Srinivas.
No, sir.
Anita Patil and Sagar Gaudi. So these are two candidates who have joined but not connected with audio. All right, so I hope that it is clear to you. Note down, try to see, make your own examples. How? You can just take one example like this with Emizar as main verb in simple present tense. You can make one example with Emizar and VING like this. I'm playing, he's dancing, she's running, anything that you can take here. They are fighting. Then you can make examples of passive like Emizar being with. You can change the same example as we people have just taken here. He's watching a movie, and the same example we have converted into passive. A movie is being watched by him. So that also you can practice here. And you should not have confusion. Why I'm mentioning again simple present tense here? Because you should not confuse with Emizar. Emizar is here also, Emizar here also, Emizar here also. But the three different ways of using Emizar, four different ways. One Emizar you people can use like this. One Emizar with VING, one Emizar with Emizar being V3, and another is Emizar and V3. Okay, so this is one use. We are talking about the actions which are going on right now. For example, he is watching a movie. What is the meaning of this sentence? Right now, at this moment, at this time, the action is going on. Watching movie, that is going on. That is not finished. Okay, so for such actions. And another use, action, to talk about planned actions in the future. How to use present continuous here? How to use present continuous here? With going to. For example, if I mention one example here, is going to learn French. Okay. So in this sentence, in this example, you'll come to know this is planned action and this is in the future. It is not going on right now. Learning of French is not happening right now. Okay. That is going to happen in the future, but this is planned activity. So just try to understand here, main verb is learn, but it comes with preposition to. He is going to learn French. But here the word is going, it tells us that is in future. That is planned action. Okay. So you people tell me examples of this category. He is going to learn French. You tell me other examples. Here he is going, I am going, they are going, we are going. That is also possible. After that, you are using to and then main verb here like this. Tell me examples like this. Or you're not clear with one. Should I give one more example? If you read this, she is going to draw a picture. I'm going to play guitar. They are going to watch movie.
Car is going to crash.
The car is going to crash. Okay, is
You are going to be angry.
you are going to be angry. Okay, yes, that is also.
He is going to teach English grammar.
Yes. Just try to tell more examples. Maximum examples, it means maximum understanding. If you are not able to make an example, it means you are not able to understand.
He is going to drink water.
Okay, he's going to drink water.
Virat is going to play cricket.
Virat is going to play cricket.
I am going to compose a poem.
Yes, I'm going to compose a poem. So remember here for all these examples, if you see the structure is of present continuous. Is going, am going, are going. So you'll come to know structure is of present continuous, but you'll come to know meaning that all these sentences they're talking about future actions. No action is going on right now. No action is going on at this moment. I'm going to learn French. It is in the future. She's going to draw a picture that is going. She's not drawing right now. Okay, she's going to draw. It means that in the future she's going to draw. I'm going to play guitar. It means that in the future I'm going to play it. They're going to watch a movie. It means that maybe after some time, maybe in the evening, maybe tomorrow also, they're going to watch it. So structurally they are into present continuous, but meaning they convey in the future. Okay, so that is all about present continuous tense. There is not much to discuss about. If you have any questions about present continuous, you can ask me. So meanwhile, you just note it down somewhere, these examples, structures, uses, etc. Have you noted it earlier? Whatever we have done, are you writing some down, or you are with only mobile, holding your mobile in your hand and you're listening, or maybe you are just doing something else also? It should not happen. Okay, remember, remind yourself that you are not attending a single lecture without pen and paper. You should be always with pen and paper, not for only my lecture, but for all lectures you should attend with a pen and paper. You should take down your own notes where you feel that something is important. You should immediately note it down, and you can use important pointers, highlighters, etc., so that your attention span can be retained. Otherwise, simply if you're listening me, you'll come to know initially you'll find that is very simple. I'm understanding everything, but after the lecture finishes, you'll not remember anything, and maybe after 1 day, 1 week, you will forget everything. So to avoid these things, you have to be with the pen and paper. You should take your own notes, and when you are just forgetting this, second time when you are just looking at it, you'll immediately click what we were learning by these things. If you are mentioning this structure in your notebook, immediately you'll remember that by this structure what do you mean. If you are just looking at this structure, immediately you will understand by this structure what do you understand, by this structure what do you understand, and you will not forget it. So take a note of it that you are not attending only lectures by listening, but you have to be with a pen and paper. Write down important points, take down your notes. You can add your own examples also. This way you people have to practice it. So if it is clear, should I clear it? Should I clear the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so here we people have done with 2 tense. Simple present we finished, present continuous we finished. Now here we are with present perfect tense. Okay, here we are with present perfect tense. So let's try to understand it. Okay, so as present perfect tense, again you just try to understand its title, structure. Perfect, what does it indicate? Something is perfect, something is complete. In such case, we people can think of present perfect. So present perfect talks about the actions which have completed in the recent past. Recent past means just they have completed, or maybe some time before, but still their influence is there on present tense. What kind of actions come here? Actions which are completed in the past. See, remember, actions completed in the past, but their influence, their impact is still on the present tense. So therefore they come in present perfect. Okay, Purna Vartaman Kal. So that like क्रिया actions they're complete पूर्ण आहे पण त्याचा impact हा आणखी present tense वरती असतो. So therefore they are in present perfect. Okay. So use actions completed in the past, but their impact is still on the present time or situation. So such actions we people will use in present perfect tense. Such actions. What kind of actions? They are completed. So there might be a question in your mind, if actions are completed, they should be in the past. Why they are in present? But very important. Why? Their impact is there, their influence is there. Okay. So therefore they are in present tense. Therefore they are in present perfect tense. So now talk about their structure. And you people help me, what kind of structure we people can use here? What will come in the beginning for all sentences we people have discussed?
Subject.
Okay, after subject, what you are going to use?
Have had.
Have has.
Have
Plus
and
verb.
has. Then verb. So verb will be in which form?
V3.
Three.
V3, or you can call it past participle also. And then here is your remaining part of sentence.
Object.
Yes, it can be object, it can be anything also, or it can be sometimes only V3 also. After that, you can find full stop also. So very important, if there is no subject, it's okay. Important is verb that you people try to understand. Now, here we people have two verbs, have and has. So let's talk about choice of have and has. When you will use have and when you will use has?
First person singular, we use have.
First person singular, which is it? I. We use I have.
He, it, has.
And we also.
Okay. First person singular and plural. Okay. First person singular and plural, we have.
They.
Here we have they also.
You.
You also. Okay. So you should just try to understand. You have to say I have. It is not I has. Remember. We have. They have. You have. So all these are plural except I. All these are plural pronouns. With them we are using have and remaining. What is remaining now?
Third
He.
person singular.
Third person singular. He, she, it. After he, she, it, what you are going to use?
Has.
Has. Okay. So again, it should not be confusing for anybody. So that's why you just try to note it down somewhere. So have, and after that, it will be main verb, which will be always in V3 form, that is past participle form. We people have completed verb and 3 forms of verb also. So you are going to use third form of verb here. So tell me examples now for this kind of tense.
I have planted some plants.
Okay, I have planted some plants. Okay.
He has written a letter to her friend.
He has written a letter to his friend. Yes, that is right.
I have completed B.Tech from Sweri.
I have completed B.Tech from Surya. Yes.
Have they completed their project?
Yes, that is also right in interrogative form. Have they completed their project?
They have gone home.
They have gone home. Yes, that's also in present perfect.
He has lost the final match.
He has lost the final match. Yes, that is also right. So I can see there are only few students, only they are responding repeatedly. What about other? I can see here almost 48 students connected, out of only 8 students are responding. What about remaining 40 students? Is it not for you, or do you don't you understand anything, or you want to respond, or what is the reality? You just try to tell. So everybody has to be active, participate, ask questions, tell answers. Then only you will learn. Otherwise, simply connecting, it does not mean that you are learning. Okay, so we'll go for different sentences with one example. Tell me one example. He has won the match. So this is one example that we are taking. Let's make it negative. Tell me with negation.
He hasn't.
He has not won the
He hasn't or has not. Both will work. Then tell me how to make it a question. How to ask a question, verbal question.
Has he won the match?
Has he won the match? Okay. So see, this is a question. So it should sound question. When you are just using this, it should not be like this. Has he won the match? It should be, has he won the match? You are asking. This is a question. So tone should be changed. So when it is a statement, it is like he has won the match. This is statement. Okay. And if it is question, it has to be changed. It shouldn't be in plain. Has he won the match? It shouldn't be. You're asking now. So therefore it should be, has he won the match? So that then only you will get answer. Otherwise, simply if you're saying, has he won the match? Maybe perhaps people will not reply you. Okay. Then it can be negative also. So how to make negative question? Hasn't he won the match? Like this. Now think of another structure here. Okay, this is the structure which you people are just using here, and that will be in active voice here. Okay, sentences can be into passive also. So here we will get this structure, another structure that can be like this. Have is there, has is also there. After have and has, you people are going to use been.
Being.
Yes, after been, then main verb. Main verb in which form?
V3.
V3, past participle. Okay. So now he has won the match. We'll make it passive. How it will be now, Mo?
The match has won by her.
The match has. After has, what you're using here?
Been.
Been.
Been. Then main verb won. Encryption by. And then him will come here. Okay. So remaining way you know, if you want to make it negative, it will be the match has not been won by him. Or it can be again a question. So you can ask like this: has the match been won by him? Question can be negative also, like this. You can ask: hasn't the match been won by him? Like this. Okay. So here also we people learn two different ways in present perfect also to use, that is have, has and V3. This is one structure that you have to remember, understand and use them. And another is of passive voice. It will be like this: have, has, been, then V3. So what is difference between? Now you will come to know object changes to subject, subject changes to object, but verb form is have, has, been, V3. So only been is added here. And in active voice, subject performs something. For example, he has won the match. So here he is doing some action. But in passive voice, you will come to know the match has been won by him. So here match is not doing anything. So match is object. So this difference also people need to know, need to understand. And then only you people will get it. Okay. So that's all about today. If you are getting it, if you're not getting it, if you are having questions, next time come with it. Whatever the queries, practice, more important, practice. Take number of different verbs and try to use them in your own communication. That is going to help you. Simply just noting it down and just only one example is not sufficient. You should find it out more. So let's go for attendance now. Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is absent. Roll number 15. 16, 17, 18, 19 is absent. 20, 21 is absent. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 absent. 32, 33, 34 absent. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 absent. 40, 41, 42 absent. 43, then 44, 45 absent, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52 absent, 53, 54, 55 absent, 56, 57, 58, 59 absent. So many students are absent today. Roll number 15, 19, 21, 31, 34, 39, 42, 44, 45, 52, 55, 59. All right, so should we stop here? Should I end this meeting for all?
हॅलो सर
Yes, Anuradha.
सर ही पीपीटी सेंड करा ना टीचिंग डायरी मध्ये.
Okay. Yes. I will share it now. Any other queries?
No, sir.
Fine. So thank you for joining today and do join for the next session. Attempt the test with your best shot.